working to protect the public and wildlife along the border.
And this week, State Health Services airdropping rabies vaccines. Channel 5's Christian Von Preisen explains why they're working to immunize border wildlife.
It takes a big, organized effort to distribute vaccines to wild animals over almost the entire border. In Texas, that's 1,256 miles shared with Mexico. A large target. These small airplanes at the Zapata County Airport are coming in and out, dropping baits over the first region in this process.
From the Gulf Coast all the way to north of Big Bend.
Dr. Laura Robinson, a veterinarian and head of the vaccination program, explains what it takes. Right now, 4 planes, fueling, loading up. Texas National Guardsmen flying with private contractors. The baits inside, appetizing to coyotes and foxes. The crews take off, come back, and do it again. The baits on the conveyor go through the chute on the bottom of the plane.
They're looking out, stop the machine when they're over houses, over roads.
Texas is spending $2 million this year, like it's done year after year, after an outbreak of rabies in domestic dogs in the 80s. It started in Starr and Hidalgo counties.
And it continued to spread northward. There were a lot of unvaccinated dogs that came down with rabies. A lot of people got exposed, and then we also had 2 human deaths from this strain of rabies.
In the 90s, a vaccine was developed that led to the baits being dropped from the airplanes. The effort to immunize coyotes that could infect dogs, pets, and eventually humans.
You know, they get kisses on the face, little kids play with them, little kids get bitten by them. And rabies is transmitted through the saliva of an infected animal.
Zapata, right in between where the big 80s outbreak started and where the most recent cases in Laredo were discovered in 2001 and 04.
The person that called said that the female had her puppies under their house.
Guillermo Saenz, who heads animal control in Zapata County, says officers are trained to look for signs of a rabid dog.
Nope.
The state has a protocol for testing animals that are acting strangely and could be rabid. The program also distributes baits to animal control officers. They'll distribute them locally. The continued effort because of what's unknown in Mexico. Robinson says in a recent effort, Mexico eliminated domestic dog rabies, but they're still concerned about strains in Mexico that are floating around in the wild.
We really don't know what's circulating there, and so we want to maintain this immune barrier of animals just in case.
An effort to protect the state. These flights will continue until nearly the entire border has vaccines. Christian Von Preisen, Channel 5 News, Zapata.